welcome back to another one. Sorry for the delay. I didn't see that I was recording. So I am now on Sven. Don't look. Okay, focus mode. So I'm with the white pieces, and I start out with Queen's Pawn opening. Started with the Indian game, denoted by the knight coming out first. I put 2 pawns in the center. That's not really a Queen's Gambit because that Queen's Gambit gambits a pawn. Seeing that there's no pawn to be gambited, it's just. Anyway, develop the knight. He develops his bishop. All pretty standard moves. I take 3 pawns in the center. Do I play the 4 pawns attack this game? I've been trying to memorize the 4 pawns attack sequence. And look at that, 4 pawns attack on the board. It's not even like a good opening on the top tier, but I like playing it because, you know, look at this, 4 pawns in the center. This is not the way. So I strike back immediately. And I like played some before, and I thought that this was a theory move based on some of the other analysis that I've done before. So I guess the idea is takes back, and the knight has to move somewhere. I don't think it moves here. It's protected by. And then I don't think I ask it to move. Do I ask it to move? What is the move here? This? Anyway, we didn't get into any of that. So I did this. Oh, we did do this, and Sven jumped inside instead of outside. Typically, I mean, sometimes retreating moves are important, so don't discredit them, you know, and sometimes you do need to move backwards. But usually you want to try to progress forward instead of backwards, if you can. You see the evaluation dip? So, if I had an advantage there, I'm losing it now. It's now almost to equal. Okay, sure, I'll take a free piece. You know, I guess this is why I like playing against, like, you know, real people is, like, more fun because there's more strategy involved, and it's not just like, oh, you know, we're gonna give you, you know, odds. Oh, you didn't hang your queen? Like, I'm kind of annoyed. Okay, advance the knights. What's the big idea? Attacking the square. The queen defends. It's pinned. This is a threat. So, I sack a pawn to try to liberate this knight from getting attacked. I realized I made a mistake when I did this move. Queen goes for it. What else could the queen do? She could go here. That doesn't really work because this still relinquishes control, and she can't watch. Well, she could. No. What? Here? Well, that doesn't work either. So I guess this idea was fine. Alright, so she takes. I am going for the rook in the corner. Take the rook in the corner. Trade is fine. I mean, perhaps. I mean, I could have just done this as well. What was I concerned about? Maybe this. I don't know. Takes, checks. Defended by the queen, by the knight. So I take, just to simplify, takes back, I take the free pawn, he moves this. I'm trying to get my quartz get my knights untangled. I was trying to say 3 words at once. I was trying to say uncoordinated, tangled, and knights at the same time. I don't even know what I said anymore. Trying to bring my knights back to the center, trying to get them to do something. Going after this bishop, although it's not even that good of a trade, I guess. You know, all the pawns are on like squares already, but I was just trying to simplify. Opponent allows me to simplify. Bring in my other knight. I'm trying to push it, get my queen to the other side of the board. There's no checks. I can like completely disregard, except for this one move. Well, here's another piece. There's another piece. I didn't want to get steamrolled. I wasn't concerned. These are split. You can't really do much. New queen. Check. Defend. Well. So, to be honest with you, I'm not impressed by this game either. I'm not impressed with Sven. Sven, you did terrible. Well, couldn't have done that bad. He played at his rating and played at 82.3% accuracy. So I guess Sven played good. I just played a whole lot better. But you know, if I'm winning, I don't know. Maybe it's something about if you play better, it just puts pressure on your opponent to blunder pieces. But here we have 4 pawns attack. I know that it's called the King's Indian Defense, but this is the 4 pawns attack. Yes, this was the idea. This is the move that I was expecting, and I think that I closed. Let's look at it. Oops. Instead of this, you do this. I close down the center like this. Yes. Okay, so he does that. He opens up the scope of his bishop. So, what about castles now? So in that specific order is how you're supposed to deal with that, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think so. Develop the knight? Okay. But we didn't get that. We got this. This was an inaccuracy. Look at this. Look at this. I'm dumb. I don't know anything about those 4 pawns attack. Should have been patient and just developed the knight. So, we'll prevent this? Is that the idea? So, because he can't strike back in the center? I don't know, for some I was just like concerned about this, I guess. Wow. I didn't want to trade queens, you know. I thought he was trying to force something. And then, you know, I don't have... I mean, there's a lot of sight lines going on, but I don't really have any of my pieces developed. But we didn't get any of that. I developed a knight because I thought it was like a natural move. I wanted to like defend it just in case I wanted to like push this. Gives me a piece for free. Wasn't a good move. Should have just developed the bishop. I thought it was like maintaining the initiative here. Wasn't even a good move. Apparently I missed a tactic that involves this. This. Not even, well, obviously, yes. So what's the big idea? Uh-huh. I don't understand the benefit of the queen being here. It doesn't do anything, and not to well, that's hanging, by the way, which was one of the other things. Well, not at this point, but at a certain point, but we didn't get into that. So I took, he took, developed the bishop. I don't. So right move, wrong knight. Best move. It was a good move. I could have just blocked. Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. I mean, oops. More free pieces. That's a pretty cool, like, mating idea. And Sven has been felled. Sven, you played pretty decently for, I guess, your apparent rating. But I don't actually expect 1100s to just drop pieces left and right like that. I'm not too... I don't especially like the way that they design the chess.com bots, I guess, because they just drop pieces, you know, they don't, like, miscalculation is one thing, but just like, you know, just like, are you blind? Is all I'm saying. Alright, so that's it from this one. If you like this video, or if you didn't like this video, tell me what you didn't like so I can figure out what I can fix in the next one. Alright, later.